What's up, y'all? I'm here with
the boy, the tribal chief, the head of the table. Acknowledge me. I'm here. You're here with Cody. Here, I just taught Ford the DZ Power of the Elements case tournament. We taught some people how to do math today.
Nice.
So, quick shout outs. Just shout outs to Josh Bennett and Janice Rice for convincing me to play this deck because this deck was insane. I'm bad at side decking, but it didn't really matter today. It was just deck's explosive. Round one, I lost to this Therion Orcish tier bullshit because I bricked and he opened like his tier mills were insane. I'm like, okay, cool. You have a big like Johnson, bro.
What do you mean by that?
Round two, it was a musket deck. I clapped the shit out of him because I decked him out under his own mind. Round three, it was the mirror match. I cooked the hell out of that boy. Like,
what about Thursday?
Nah, don't matter. I cooked that boy good. Round four was Exo Sister. Poor Sean, I had to do it to him. That was the homie, but it was a good game. Round five against Despia, I 2-0'd him quick. Round six was my winning in. I played against AI. We got down to a simplified game state, and I out top decked him. And then when I got to top cut, I had to play him again in top 8, and I sacked the hell out of him. I felt so bad, like it was not close. And then top 4 against Brandon Tier Element, I just bricked game 3, and he made a weird play where he eradicated me calling spells, and my hand was brick, and 3 in mining, so I was losing the game anyway.
Jeez.
But overall, the deck was really solid. There's definitely changes I would make, and definitely the side deck could be better, but I'm ready to get into it when you are.
All right, let's go, boys.
All right, let's get into the engine. 3 of the God card, 2 Magician Souls. This card's insane. It's a +3 by itself. Addition, just extender. Diameter's how you can like play with negates on your opponent's turn. And Diameter's just a nice like recursion piece. People didn't realize that he can transfer the negate to the synchro monster, which came up a lot today. But like you get this with a follow up off the extra deck pieces, and it's like it's okay to top deck. It's okay to hard draw. 2 subtraction. This is probably the worst extender, but it's still fine because it gets the job done.
It subtracts.
2 Sigma. You don't need to play 3. You break on it really easy. You don't really want to just normal it and summon the other one. This is the card you will always send off Sigma unless circular unless you have a monster in the EMZ. Yeah, this card right here makes circular a +3.
Nice.
For the one-ofs is multiplication and Nabla. They came up a lot today, making access code 53. This made access code 10,600 to kill a Despia player.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
God.
This helped me beat the AI matchup where he made a Quantum Dragon and the big arrival for 4. I made the big synchro for 4K, ran over his dude, crashed into his guy, and we're top decking at that point. And at that point, I was out. My top decks are better than that deck because he's out of engine, and I'm playing like a Spice that beats that matchup in the mirror every time.
Nice.
So let's say for the monsters, 15 is pretty standard. Don't really need anything else. The hand traps were the best part of this deck. Gamma, this card was insane.
Hand trap.
I was gonna cut this card today before, but I was like, you know what? I got a feeling, and Gamma was insane all day.
Best hand trap.
Against the mirror match, he went both games. He circulared, and I gammed him, and he passed. And then I killed him the following turn. 3 nib, just nib with any other hand traps, like the best combination in this format. 3 Ash, standard. She's like the best like standalone hand trap in the format. 3 DD Crow. This card was insane. This card overperformed today.
I got hit with it.
And then the last 2 cards was 2 Ogre. This card got boarded out a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Not really good, but it was the better hand trap to play over like junk stuff. And it doesn't matter, like against the AI deck where he was only down to 1 field spell and I ogred it, and then I DD crowed the field spell in graveyard and he lost.
Gee, that's a lot of hand trap.
And then I'm gonna shortcut to, so this is weird. I wanted to cut it to 42, so I played 2 Emperor.
Nice.
I had to get it to 42, and this honestly 2 Emperor was fine. I didn't miss the 3rd one anyway.
Nice.
Except for the hand traps, 3 Droplet, just the best card. This card is insane. This is how I beat Despia because when I outed his Caterus with Access Code, he floated into Albaz, and I dropleted his Albaz and killed him that turn.
That's why I played the Dark Claw.
3 Signet Mining, it's just Rhoda. The one of Called by the Grave, and for the Mathmech cards is 1 Equation. This thing's just Monster Reborn.
Yeah.
And then 2 Tri Brigade Revolt. This thing can summon the Synchro, and nobody realizes that. So then they just can't out it because it's 6K on their turn. So
Jeez.
This card didn't get belled like at all today. This card got DD crowed, and I had the call by for the DD crow, so it didn't matter.
Jeez.
This is for the main deck, 42 cards. Do you want to go extra or side first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll go to extra. I'll start with the links. Disciple, Devote. This is like standard for the going first. Wicked, searches diameter, and weirdly you can search Sigma if you need it to. Update Jammers cards, game card, IP Masquerena. I only really made this like twice today. I made it in top 4 against Despia, but because he had a Pank and it like somewhat mattered because it was under this, but it was like he was losing that game anyway. Splash Mage, kind of want to play 2 of this card for going first. If your hand's just like doo-doo butt cheeks, just make it and have a second one as follow-up to make a Heat Soul or whatever. Transcode, push for game.
Right.
I made this card like once today, but it was fine because it drew me more pieces, and it was fine. It did its job. The one Apollosa, this card got sided out a lot. You side this out going second for some side deck pieces that are really spicy. I never really made it today. Like honestly, this card could be cuttable, but the going first board is so insane. Like you kind of have to. And don't play Unicorn. That card's bad. Access code, just the Hail Mary win button.
Hail Mary, come with me.
There's so many ways to make this card just win by itself, and it plays around the whole circular restriction of only one guy. There's so many ways to make this card just game by itself. It's just like, and people just lose to it. Tuliplation, this card is the Trishula on crack. The only thing it's bad against is the tier matchup because it'll trigger all their tier shit. But like other than that, against like fucking the mirror match, I ripped his pieces out of his hand. Against the Extra Sister, I took his Martha out. It's really nice. And he's got the effective protect from being destruction from card effects, which does come up.
Yeah.
Two Albert searches everything in the deck. I never use the effect to search for a level 4 monster or a spell or trap card. I always search for a Mathmech card.
Nice.
But this card is integral for the going first combo. And the last card is the Big Sigma. This boy is insane. The Arrival player, his board was Arrival on 4K, Quantum Dragon and a Lingering Bow. So I made this with 6K double damage. I dropletted his Quantum Dragon, and I swung into his thing for like 9,700 damage. He died that turn.
Damn, and
that was match. Okay, and the extra deck's really bad. I ain't gonna lie. The side deck's really bad because I'm still not really good at building a side deck. So I just thought, I'm like, you know what? I know the area well enough to know. So like, okay, let's just play decent stuff. So I'm gonna go to the back row hate. We are not losing to Monkey at all.
Me too.
And this card came up against the musket matchup going game 2 where I went to push him for a game because he set 2 back rows, and on my draw step I drew this card for turn and killed him. One induction. You bring this in against like decks that like want to mine you. And honestly, like the effect to gain 500 actually comes up where you just make a board of little guys, and as long as Circular isn't activated, you just kill them with a bunch of little dudes. 3 Rivalry. This card was insane all day today. It just beats Exo Sister. It beats the stupid musket deck. Beat Despia. And honestly, it was fantastic. I would play something else over it, but for now it still works. My random 15th card is the one of Ghost Spell, just because I didn't know what to play, so I just figured, you know what, one Ghost Spell comes up, and it came up a lot today where I hard drew the one of. But the one time I drew it and it didn't matter. We hit a cross out for it, so I was like, all right, cool, you're getting nibbed, sir, and he got nibbed. And this is the weirdest part of the side deck. This is the weird part of the side deck. We sided in 3 Super Folly,
oh my god,
Garura for random shit, and this is for like Cyber's mirror match bullshit. The Chimera.
Jeez.
So it happened twice against Cyber's decks where I Super Poly'd him, and the mirror match. He's like, all right, you can't make our Garura. You're locked into Cyber. So I'm like, I'm making this idiot. And because it was 2K, it was enough damage. And then like it does weird things where you can push for damage with it, but it's like I roughly tested it. It was fine. I summoned this like once all day, and it didn't really matter. It was just a wall.
Nice.
But like, yeah, honestly, the side deck could be 100% better if I was just better at building side decks.
Nice.
But yeah, that's the deck, brother.
Any closing remarks?
People need to learn how to do math because as soon as multiplication hits the board, that's it.
Yeah.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Shout outs to the boy Danny.
Look at the goat. All right, he has a big cock.
My special counsel.
Look at this. Look at this.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Canelo Alvarez, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
And YouTube. Acknowledge.
And